Hey guys, today we're reading chapter 4 and it's called Colorful Promises, and I'm going to do it a little bit differently today. I'm going to have y'all read along with me. So God will never again destroy the earth with a flood. Lots of time went by after Adam and Eve were sent out of the garden. Lots of people got married and children were born. But the people did not love God. In fact, they acted like there wasn't a God at all. They were filled with hate and were always fighting and hurting each other. God became so angry that he wished he had never made people, except for one man. There was a man named Noah whose heart was soft toward God. The Bible says that Noah walked with God, which means he heard and obeyed God. He had a wife and he had 3 sons who had wives too. Well, one day God had an amazing conversation with Noah. God told him about how people were disobeying God and making horrible choices. So God had decided that all the people on the whole earth were going to have to be destroyed. Seriously, it was that bad? And that is really bad. God told Noah that he was going to make it start raining. It would keep raining and raining and raining and raining and raining for so long that the whole world would be covered with water and everything would die. But because Noah had a heart for God and walked with God, he and his family would be saved. God told Noah how to build an absolutely humongous boat that would float on top of the water. And then he told Noah to plan for 2 of every kind of animal from the ground to come on the boat with him and his family. They would be on the boat for a really long time, so Noah needed to bring enough food for all the people and animals to eat. Noah followed God's instructions and built the boat. Can you imagine how big it needed to be to fit 2 of every kind of animal that walked on the earth? And can you imagine how stinky that boat was after a little while? Ugh! It happened just like God said it would. The animals arrived, a boy and a girl animal of every kind of animal that walked on the earth or flew in the sky. They all joined Noah and his family on the gigantic boat. Then the Bible tells us that God shut the door of the boat and sealed them in. It rained and rained for 40 days and 40 nights. When it finally stopped, the boat was the only thing left. It was floating on top of the water, which was so high that it even covered the tops of the mountains. Noah didn't know how long it would take for the water to go down, so for months he looked out the window to see if he could see the mountaintops. Finally, after about 10 whole months, which is almost enough time to have a new birthday, Noah could see the tip-tops of the mountains. Not too long after that, Noah sent out a bird 3 times to see if it would come back or if it would find dry land for a new home. After the 3rd time, the bird didn't come back, so Noah opened the door to the boat and all the animals and his family went out onto the dry land. They were the only people and animals left alive on earth. But they were alive. God had kept his promise to save them. That wasn't the only promise God made, though. He also put a huge rainbow in the sky. The rainbow was a sign that no matter what people do, God would never again destroy the whole world with a flood. And that's a promise he still keeps and that we can remember every time we see a rainbow in the sky. And this story came from Genesis chapter 6 through chapter 9. And the questions to talk to your parents about are: how are the people acting toward God and each other before the flood? What did God tell Noah to do? What animals would you not want to be on the boat with you for a really long time? And what did God promise he would never do again? All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the next chapter.